Good afternoon, everybody. Firstly, can everybody hear me okay? Yep, perfect, great, nice and straightforward. So before we kick off, firstly, a big thank you to all of you for attending today. We understand, obviously, winter weather and things like that. I had to de-ice my car this morning before I came in, so thank you, everybody, for making the effort, especially the ones who've come from the other end of the loch as well. We appreciate the effort that you have made. I think before we get started, we just need to say a big thank you to Culloden, to Raoul, Kat and Beth and the rest of the team here. I think you can all agree we've got a spectacular venue for today's networking event. As you arrive there, we've got the Highland cattle in the field and the snow on the mountains. It's so picturesque, and they've been so helpful for us in organising it. So thank you to Raoul, Kat, Beth and the rest of the team here as well. So we're going to get started now. We're already a few minutes late. You guys are already too good at networking, unfortunately, so it took us a few minutes to get you all seated there. So we're going to get kicked off just now. So today we've got an introduction and an update on what's been happening with VILN from myself, followed by a presentation by Raoul on Culloden Battlefield. After that, we'll have a 45-minute window for lunch and networking. Lunch will be served out there, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go on. After that, we'll come back in, and we've got Alison from High Life Highland presenting an update on the Inverness Castle project, and that will be followed by our new 5 for 5 format. And I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go on. After that, we're hosting a raffle draw, so please everyone participate in that during the lunch break, and I will explain how that's going to work as we come towards that. Followed by that, there will be a networking opportunity, so we asked, particularly for the board members, to stay behind just for about 10-15 minutes at the end for anyone that would like to stay and speak to us, ask us questions. It's an opportunity to interact. And then very kindly, Raoul is putting on a tour for us around the visitor centre and the battlefield if you wish to join us. And that will be hosted by the newly award-winning James, which is a really great pleasure for him to do that. So, a quick update from Visit Inverness Loch Ness, so an update on what we hold. Before we get started, if anyone is doing social media posts and would like to interact with us, please hashtag it as VILN so that we can find your pictures. It's always a nightmare trying to find these things after the event. Okay, so we're going to get started now. So I've just touched on social media. We all know how important it is to all of our businesses today. So, on to the next slide. Before we get started, we're going to get a quick selfie with everybody, which will be going on. Managed to find the one space in the room that I'm pretty confident we can get everybody in. So, if we're ready, smiles on. There we go, perfect. And that'll be going live this afternoon. Okay, so what will I cover in the presentation today? First up is about our networking events, both about today's and in general how we're going to go forward with them. I'll then provide an update on the Loch Ness Challenge and also kind of highlight how the event runs and opportunities to participate as well. Followed by that, we'll talk about the farm trip that we hosted recently. It's nice to see quite a number of people in the room who attended it as well, and hopefully I can tell you a little bit more about it during the networking time. After that, we've got an update on the Inverness Influencer Lodge, followed by the Go video, which is playing on a loop on the TV there during the in-between sections. After that, I'll do an update on a conference that I attended in Helsinki last week, which was extremely useful. I look forward to update you all on that. And then followed by that, I'm quite aware that I've tried to go out and meet as many of you as I can in the early days of the new role, but equally, this is a lot of people meeting me for the first time today, so I'll do a bit of an update on what I've been doing as well. We've got hopefully an interesting announcement to do, is point number 8 there, and then we'll do the sort of thank yous and things. So I'll jump into it before I make us too late. Okay, so on the networking events, I think it was important to listen to you, to listen to your feedback and look for opportunities to just develop and evolve what we do. So I have been asking all of you as we've gone along, what would you like to see from events? Have you got any feedback for us? And there was 2 main points that came back. Firstly, people would like more opportunity to network at these events than perhaps there has been in the past. And also, we've all got a story to tell. We all work day to day in our businesses. We work hard. We enjoy what we do. I think we care about what we do and we're passionate about it. So it's important we all get an opportunity to tell everybody else in here. And you can't always do that in these events when you only speak to a select number of people. So, after receiving that feedback, we've done a couple of things. Firstly, we've doubled the networking time, so we've allowed a 15-minute window at the start as you arrive to get ready, but then there's also a 45-minute lunch window in the middle of the presentations, and that way we've doubled it from 30 minutes to an hour. And we've also added the new 5 for 5 format. So 5 for 5 is nice and straightforward. There's 5 businesses have the opportunity to present a 5-slide presentation as they wish to update us and kind of inspire us and hopefully share stories about best practice that will be beneficial to other members in the room. Equally, it's very fair to say that this is a new format. We'll try it today. We'll see how it works. If you've got feedback on it, if it works, if it doesn't work, let us know. We're happy to keep evolving the process as we go. So on to the update about the Loch Ness Challenge. I think before we talk about the opportunities to get involved with it, it's important to really make sure that everyone understands what the event is. So the event's going to run on the 29th to the 31st of May next year. It's going to run on the Loch Ness 360 Trail course, which is the 80-mile trail all the way around Loch Ness. So the event lasts the 3 days. So on the Friday and the Saturday and the Sunday, you've got individual 26-mile marathons. So on the Friday, it will go from Dawes around to Drumnadrochit. Saturday from Drumnadrochit down to Fort Augustus. And then on the Sunday from Fort Augustus up to Dawes again. We've also got the Mountain Bike Challenge. So the Mountain Bike Challenge will start early on the Sunday morning and is the entire 80-mile course. And then finally, we've got the Ultra Marathon, which is for the absolute avid running fans. I don't quite know how they're going to manage it, but it's an 80-mile course that will start on Saturday night, and the runners will run through the night. And the hope is that the Marathon, Mountain Bike Challenge, and the Ultra Marathon will all come together to finish indoors on the Sunday afternoon. So on to the opportunities to get involved. So for all of you in here, these people are going to be coming largely from distances. We've got entrants in these races internationally already, and we're expecting them to come with people as well. So it's opportunities for you to tap into that in terms of accommodation, activities, food, whatever it is. You can all make sure that you get involved with it. We'd recommend considering doing things like blogs or guides of things to do when people are here, and try and tap into that. If you want to host events, etc., off the back of the event, then please let us know, and we can try and support you as best we can with that too. There are sponsorship opportunities available with the Loch Ness Challenge too. So SSE are our headline sponsor, but we have a wide range of ways to get involved. If you think it's appropriate for anything, then please let us know. It is an exciting new event. It is important that we all support it, especially in this first year. We're also looking for volunteers, so it's a big challenge having an 80-mile course to marshal. We're not just looking for marshals, though, you'll be glad to hear, because it will be quite chilly at times for some of them. If you can participate in terms of whether it's your business, if you've got expertise in certain areas that you think you might be able to contribute, if there's anything you think you may be able to offer towards the event, please come forward and let us know, because it's so important that we all embrace this. Finally, we do have an event village indoors as well, so that will be throughout the festival. It's free to attend. It's an opportunity for you to come and showcase what you do at this event for local people as well. So next up, I'm going to talk about our fam trip that we hosted recently. So we quite often host these for businesses and travel trade, etc., but this is the first one we've hosted for all of you. So on the fam trip, we visited 10 locations. It was on sort of the north side of Loch Ness, starting in Inverness, working along to Bewley, Cannock and beyond, and then coming back up through Drumnadrochit there. So we visited 10 locations, and at the end of the trip, we gave out a survey, and we thought generally it had gone pretty well. We got the results back, and out of the 10 places we visited, the average person went to 6.8 of them for the first time. And I think that really highlights how important it is for all of us to know our area. If we're going to be able to sell it and market it to our visitors, we need to make sure that we understand it, and the fam trip was clearly good evidence of that. Also, in terms of networking, so the average person met 7.5 new people for the first time. I'm not quite sure which half of the people they met, but it's 7.5 new people, which I think is so important. We're part of a local community here. We've all got opportunities to work together if we have these conversations as well. And finally, every single person who attended that trip said that it was valuable in supporting them to inform the visitors. That was the core purpose of it, and it was great to hear that feedback. We also gave out a handout so that people could tell their wider teams and spread the knowledge beyond the people that were on the coach as well. And I think as part of this slide, we all just need to say a big thank you to Sharon for putting it all together, and after I dropped her in it slightly by making it a little bit more complicated, but I think it all really came off in the end. So can we please have a quick round of applause for Sharon? Okay. So next up, we're going to talk about the Inverness Influencer Lodge. So Alan is doing the work on this project and has done a great job working with Visit Scotland to help select the influencers that we will bring. So the project is about bringing influencers from worldwide. So we've got some of the key places like the UK, US, Germany, France and the Netherlands. These are large-scale influencers that will be coming to our area. The idea is that they will explore the hidden gems. They will showcase parts of our region that people just don't know about, and including us perhaps from the fam trip as well. They will be exposing this to a worldwide audience. The project's previously been very successfully done in Italy, and the hope is that we can replicate that within our area and showcase all the kind of rich activities that we have on offer. The hope is that then this will help to spread visitors throughout our area and obviously extend the length of stay off the back of that as well. And also very valuably, all the content that these bloggers and influencers produce will be available to us after the fact, so we can use it to help market our businesses and showcase what there is in the region too. Okay, so I'm going to introduce the Go video to all of you now. It's just a minute long.
Go fast. Go slow. Go high. Go low. Go new. Go old. Go here. Go there. Go touch. Go taste. Go see. Go do. Go active. Go easy. Go in. Go out. Go up. Go down. Go under. Go over. Go dream. Go believe. Go experience.
Okay, so the video there was produced. Alan did a great job of pulling together a wide variety of attractions, activities, and showing really how diverse our area is. He's pulled that all together. So this video is being used at international conferences and events and showcasing our area to a wider audience. It's also, again, like all of our content, it is available for you all to use, and it's an opportunity for you to support your own marketing efforts too. So moving on to the Digital Tourism Think Tank. So this was the conference that I went to in Helsinki last week. It was a 2-day conference and it had 22 speakers who are experts in worldwide destination management. So originally I had expected it to be a little bit more digital based than it was, but actually it was even better than that because it was about how to effectively manage a destination and what's happening, new opportunities, and really get an understanding of what we can actually achieve. So what were the real takeaway points from it? Firstly, there's common challenges. All these destinations from worldwide are looking to achieve the same thing. They're looking to work on the seasonality. They're looking to get people to explore their areas more. There's a lot of common kind of threads there. But what really was different was how people's approaches have differed greatly depending on their local opportunities, but also having a really strong understanding of what their destination represents, what the brand is, what makes our area special. And I think it's really key that we focus on that as we go forward. Sustainability was also a big feature of the conference. I think there's never been an opportunity where this new market is emerging and growing quicker than any other. The sustainable market are also the highest spending as well. So now we have an opportunity where we can not only do what's right for the planet, but we can also do what's commercially the right decision as well and tie that in together. And I think it was just a really clear way of putting it, that we can all get involved and all do our own bit. We've all got different businesses and our own challenges, but I think it's important we all make that effort. And also, if we hope to tap into this market as a wider destination, we all need to be supporting this effort as well. Another benefit of going to the conference was we made a lot of key contacts, so there's opportunities to spend time with other destinations, learn from their kind of best practice, and also for future conferences, we've got a wide array of potential speakers as well. So, I've now been in post for 53 days, not that I'm counting. 53 days in post, the first 3 weeks of which were a handover with Graham Ambrose, which was extremely helpful, and I'm very, very grateful to him for all of his efforts. Since that time, I've been to 35 external meetings across a wide area. A good example of that, for example, was going to Visit Scotland's head office down in Edinburgh, spending a day with their team and their experts from different sectors and really learning about what they do and how we can work with them to the benefit of us. I've also attended 16 different events. So the video there in the background is the Azuma train launch, which was just last week there. And then we've also progressed on 7 of the business plan points that hadn't been previously started as well. So, on to the announcement. So, I'm quite excited to tell you about an event that we're just starting for the first time. It's called a photo marathon. So, it's going to take place on the 29th of February. So, the photo marathon is a single-day event. So, the idea is that people arrive. The venue is going to be the Archive Centre. They will sign in and kind of sign a waiver. We will provide 5 key themes for them to take imagery on that, and we'll base that around what our needs are for future marketing. People will then go out, they will take all of these images, and then they return to the Archive Centre. We download them, and we will then have a wide portfolio of images based on our themes to market the area, which we're quite excited about. And we're kind of working on the themes at the moment. The good thing about this festival is, although it's kind of photography-based, the other areas that have run it in the past, like Sheffield, for example, the image in the background there, they had a rainbow theme, and you can see different people have done very different approaches to it. The feedback from Sheffield was that this is a family-friendly day and activity. People are entering it not because they want to win a prize, or they're actually doing it because it's a chance for them to go out and just have a good day out together. We're then also going to have the winners chosen by all of you at our next networking event. Assuming all goes to plan, we'll bring all the images together, and you can all be selecting the winners. So coming towards the end now, I think it's really important that I just say a big thank you to Alan, Sharon, Graham and Sabine for all being so welcoming. I think it's a big challenge coming into a new role, and for me also a new sector as well, but they've all been so supportive right from the very beginning, and we wouldn't be able to get to the stage that we are now and have the great opportunities that we do without all of their support. So thank you to the three of them. So thank you all for listening. I look forward to working with you to make our destination the best that it can be. Thank you.